Okay, he just wanna be a rapper. Do you want kill or not? I just put money on Cyrac, but he say he getting not. Last nigga approach ain't go with his move. He know that I'm getting it off. Another op died, double O cry, get champagne and pop it.
I'm in Braden's close guard. I want to break this guard. Okay? Like I was saying before, if I know which leg is on bottom, it'll make this a lot easier. But either way, it doesn't matter, it'll break. Okay? If I know this one's on bottom, I can push on this one because there's no foot to stop it from being broken. Okay? But even the top one, once I get into my correct position, it'll break anyway. I pin his shoulders. I don't want to be here because if he bends his, if he comes up to grab my neck, this is not really stopping him from doing anything, okay? Here, if he comes up to grab my neck, it's stopping, okay? Or at least making it a lot harder for him to get there. So, I get here, either post on his shoulder, post on his bicep, post here, whatever you like, okay? Get here, and I'm gonna stand. When I stand, I pick a side, and I come up close to his hip with that one, other one comes far. If I come close, I get swept, okay? If I bring them together, I get swept. I wanna be in a staggered stance. One leg in front, one behind, okay? From here, wherever my trail leg is, I'm gonna take that hand and push down on his leg, which means to balance myself, I need to push on him right here in the solar plexus with my other leg. And here, push down, and it'll break. Once it breaks, I want to apply pressure to this leg until it hits the mat. If I let off pressure here, you just start to gain his guard. I don't want that, okay? I do it here. Once he's here, I'm going to lower my level, weave my elbow inside of his knee, post on his waist, on his hip, so he can't move, and I'm gonna pass. Now, another detail you can add to this, you put your head where your hand is. Here. Now it's reinforced, he's not moving, okay? If I'm just here, if he's strong enough, he can try to move with me, he can get out, and he can escape, okay? If I attach myself to him, by putting my head here, go ahead, try to move, Brady. Wherever he moves, I'm right there, right? Now, adding another detail. When I get to this point, he's going to try to defend. He's gonna do that by putting his arms out and creating a frame so I can't get past. Because the position I wanna get to is chest to chest. That's where my control is. He's not gonna let me get chest to chest by putting out frames. So what I can do is I can now, instead of trying to force myself through his frames, through his bone structure, I can go where he's weak. If my upper body's controlled here, my lower body isn't controlled here. Okay? I can fall into this position, and then I can come into this position. What that'll look like, I have it here, and he's posted on me. I just slide in. You can have these frames all you want. I'm so fast. From the beginning, post on the shoulders, not the hips. One leg in front, other leg back. Forward leg, arm here. It might break if not. Push down until it touches the mat. Squat. I don't want to get to my knees because it takes away from my own mobility. I want to get my elbow inside, get in his hip, and here, pass through. Okay? If he defends with those frames, get here, so we're pushing my chest. I'm going to give him my hips, and then I get to my chest and chest control position. You haven't technically passed into side control until you get control of his head. So make that a important thing to remember. right? Just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm in side control. This is actually a shitty kesa, right? Kesa gatame or scarf hold position. This is not really anything, so you can get out of this easy because I have no control over him. Here I have control over his head. I'm chest to chest, pinning his shoulders to the mat. So if he tries to roll either way, it's gonna be very hard for him. And I have counters if he does get there, okay? If I'm just here and he goes to roll or starts pushing on me, like there's really nothing I can do. Okay, so remember that when you pass, control the head. Okay? Guys got it? Go. Right. Do all my stuff to get up. Here, break this. Okay. Now what I want to hit is called a knee cut. Okay. In order for this knee cut to work, or knee slice, in order for this to work, I need to have a couple things before I go and start bringing my knee. Okay. First things first, I can't have his knee here because he's gonna do what's called a bend your knee. What's called a knee shield, and if I go to try to cut my knee through, I'm not going through the knee. Okay, so I need to clear that. Where you clear that is by getting this hand here, this elbow here, or elbow and then hand. Doesn't matter. I get it out the way. Okay, that's out the way. Second thing, this also sets me up for an underhook. I need an underhook because if I knee cut, right, and I come here and I don't have this underhook, he's just gonna pull my arm past me and take my back. I'm going to knee cut my way into back control, and I'm gonna get choked up. So I don't want that. Get in here. As I bring my knee across, I'm going to dive this arm in. Boom, right? And I'm gonna push my hips through on a baseball slide, okay? Gotta look like you here, and you here, okay? And I wanna do it fast like that. If you feel like you need more control to get there, you can staple his leg, set up your grips, and then slide through, okay? But either way, I need to slide across. Now, if you do it wrong, you will slide your knee across his dick, across his balls, okay? You don't want to fucking do that. The way I don't do that is by getting my knee, I'm going to picture a circular type of like arc to it. Like, I don't just want to drive straight across here. I want to come out and then in, okay? If I do that, it'll orient my upper body into this position to where his frames don't work on me. If I just slide straight through and he's posting frames, he'll have space to get up. If I come here and he has frames, and I slide out and around, I'll beat that with my hips because it comes like under. Okay? You'll still have to fight him pushing you off, but my hips will come under and I won't have to deal with those frames as much. Okay? So, I'm here, I get on the inside to stop his knee shield. I get my knee ready to slide across his leg, and I get my arm ready to shoot this underhook, right? Once I get in here, you want to make sure this underhook too is like here. I don't want this, because even though this stops the back take, when I get here, if it's a shitty underhook, he can swim back inside. The other way. Okay? And then I'll just get it taken later. I want it to where it doesn't have to be super deep from the beginning. but it's deep enough to where I slide, it'll get deeper, and now I'm stuck to him, and he can't go ahead and try to swing it back in. He can't do that. If he does get it back in, I've already got the head control, which means I can now go for darces or whatever, which is a position where his arm would need to be in. Okay? So either way I win. I want to get here, slide through here. That was a shitty one, but I get this underhook, I get my knee through. Same thing, I get the side control. Okay? Any questions? Alright, try it out. Don't necessarily want to escape back into the bottom position. It's not like how I think a fight should go. But if you're tired, you don't want to do that much work, right? You can do this one, pretty simple. So, bad side control is where my arms and my legs, my limbs are extended, okay? Because the essence of control is he has real estate in between my armpits and my knees, right? Right now he has this arm here that's stopping me from doing what I want to do with this arm. So I'm going to take these away from him. If I get into a bad position like this, ideally, if I get stuck in side control, say he goes back to the knee cut, and or which way are you going?
I'm going this way.
Okay, go ahead, slide through. He slides through. I don't want to give him side control. Let's say this shit was just so fast, caught me off guard. He gets the side control. Okay, and I get stuck here. Notice how this arm is framing. Okay, you want to keep this and your knee in. But to start right now, say you don't have it. I want to bridge up into him. Who knows what a bridge is? Can somebody explain it to me? It's where I do what with my hips? Okay. I want to bump. I can bump him this way, but that's not what we're doing today. I want to bump into him. Boom. Okay. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to get my shoulders off the mat. Specifically this shoulder. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to hit him with my bicep and my shoulder. Boom. Okay. From here, I can hold him with one leg. Okay. But if you want to use both, you can. From here, it gives me the space to bring my arm in. If I'm here and he's tight, I'm bringing the knee up. Yeah. I can't bring it in. Easy. Okay. I'm also going to use this same movement to bring my other arm in. Bridge. Rotate at the elbow, come in, thumb down, okay? Bridge, thumb down. I'm gonna get my hand in on his neck, right here. And then you come back here. Now I have these right here. I wanna do this one more time. Push on him with my frames, get my knee inside, and connect my knee with my elbow. Here, if he goes to push into me, without me using any strength, like, I can maintain this one. So, going back. Right here, I can't get anything in. We want to bridge, bring this in. Bridge, bring this in. Bridge, bring this in. If you feel like you can do that, pretty well, you can do them simultaneously. Okay, now here. From here, I'm going to push on him. I'm going to bring my knee all the way through, as far as I can get it. I have this underhook now. Pull this up. And shrug my hips out to the other side. And bring my hips through. Okay? Go back. From here, bring this as far as I can. Push on him with this knee. Extend him here. Bring my knee through. Bring my hips from this side to this side. Okay, push off. And bring my knee. Rotate at the knee. Okay, if I'm flat here, I can't get this knee up. If I get here, I just rotate at the knee. Easy. And I can come to full guard. And now he just did all that, what's it called, guard breaking and knee cutting for nothing because I just got back to the same position that we started with, like that. Okay? That's feel like you got it? You need to see it again? Yeah. All right. I'll do it in steps. Bridge, bring this arm in. Bridge, bring this arm in. Okay? Bridge, bring this knee connected to my elbow. From here, I'm going to be pushing on him, extending him, bringing my knee as far as I can through. Then I'm going to pull him and extend him with my knee to bring my hips under me. Leg is still trapped. I'm going to get my hips out the other side. Rotate around. Pull myself back to square. Now I'm going to close it. Guys got it? Alright, try that. Okay. I'm going to do what's called a scissor sweep. Okay? I'm going to get one arm, controlling the elbow. Okay? Other hand, I'm going to grab a collar tie. These are to keep him here, because I don't want him posturing up. Okay? If he postures up too much, I can't. So go ahead and spread your base. If he postures up and spreads his base, I'm not going to be able to move him. Okay? I want him down here. I want his base low so I can sweep him. Okay? So this is to control him. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left foot, push off of that, and turn into this, like, I don't even know if they really have a name for it, kind of, but whatever. I'm going to go into this position, okay? I'm going to get up on my side, get up on my hip, okay? I'm still controlling him because he's going to be trying to pull away. I'm not letting him. I'm going to bring my knee across. Now, people will teach you this knee shield right here, which is great. But in this situation, I don't want to knee shield him because if I knee shield him, right, when I go to sweep him, he's not going to go in the direction I want him to go. So for y'all right now, I want you to bring your knee across. I want it to be low here on his hips, okay? Second thing, this foot that's over here is going to hook his hip like this, hook on his hip, okay? And I'm going to bring my ankle up higher than my knee. This way, if you guys know anything about striking, when you kick, wherever your knee is aiming is where your foot's going to go. When I kick, he will go down to the mat because my knee is aiming low. If I have him in a knee shield position and I kick, he will go up and he's able to resist that. Okay? So having this knee across and angled in this position is important. Right? Another thing, I do not want to be here. If I'm strong enough, yeah, I can get him, but if he's basing out, this is not gonna happen. I also don't want to be all the way here. Okay? All he needs to do to stop this sweep is to sit his hips back. That's the defense. Sit the hips back, I can't sweep him. Sit the hips back, I can't sweep him. Unless, so go ahead and sit your hips back. I get here. Here, no matter how hard you sit your hips back. Who's the biggest guy here? Somebody here.
Jake.
What one is it? How you say it? So go ahead. Here, sit your back. Like sit your butt to your ankles. Yeah, keep your knees there. Okay. From here, things are moving. As soon as I get right here, he goes. Okay? So it's important. I'm gonna get in that sweet spot in the middle. In the middle, okay? So knee, angle downwards, foot hooking on the hip. I want to pull on him in this collar tie, and I want to do a side crunch. Here, I'm trying to get my head to my hip, but not so much to where I'm all the way up here on my elbow. I just want to be slightly on my elbow, angled down here. Now when I do this extension, if you notice, I didn't have to pull my hands. If I want to, you can pull your hands and rotate with them, but you don't have to. Right? When I kick him through, this leg needs to stay straight. If I kick him and he goes like this and then comes back up into me, he can scramble a lot faster than I can in this position. Okay? So when I get here, sweep him, keep this straight. Try to come into the brain. He's getting lost. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay? Here, here, keep him, keep this straight. Now if you notice, we're both in the same position. What this guy's gonna do is he's gonna start pushing into me to keep me from coming up. And just like what I was showing you guys last time, if you dedicate your chest and arms to getting on top of him, and he's pushing on that, you're not gonna get it. I go the path of least resistance, right? If he's pushing up here, guess what he's not pushing on? My hips. He pushes on my hips with his frames. Now he gets his big shoulder. Okay? It's not happening. So, one more time. Close guard. Get the collar side, get elbow control. Take your foot, put it on the mat, or on him. Doesn't matter. I get here. I step out. Get my knee in between me and him. Okay? I get my knee lower than my ankle, and I hook my foot on his hip. He's going to sit back, and whoever's on top right here, I want you guys to do this too. He's going to sit back, stop me, and push him over, right? I can't get him here. I can't get him here. I'm going to be in between. Slightly up on my elbow, but not so much to where I'm compromising myself, okay? And then I'm just going to scissor my legs. Legs straight. He's going to be pushing on me. I just push crawl up into the mouth. And then I can go from there. Like, got it? Need to see it again? Go. And then face them, turn away from him, Christian. So go back. All right, sweep him again. Yep. Get a collar tie with your left hand. Pull with your right hand. And then sweep him. Yeah, nice. Nice. Remember side crunch, Christian. Nice.
With a start and I'm in a new car. Call up Baltimore, we finna go get her out of more. She wanna take me far, I'm like close with no cigar. The wheel got sport mode, hopping that bitch supercharged.